Hello and welcome to Stocks Down Under. Today we're joined by Coby Hanoch, the CEO of Weebit Nano. Good morning, Coby.
Hi, Mark.
Before we go into the good news that you announced on Thursday, let's just briefly talk about how the team is going with everything that's going on in Israel. How are you doing, and how's the Weebit team doing?
Well, it's a very difficult situation, obviously, when you're bombed and have to run to shelter with sirens and so on. So not exactly ideal life. However, I'm glad to say that the Weebit team, the families are okay. And we're keeping the tradition of the Israeli industry of not losing a day and not changing anything in our schedules and working according to plan. So yeah, we do have to run to shelter every once in a while, but we're definitely focused on keeping our milestones.
Right. And so have any of your team been called up for active duty? And how's the company in itself as a whole doing? Is it interrupting your workflow a lot? You mentioned having to go into the shelters every now and then, but just wondering about that.
Well, we have one of our employees has been drafted. Others, almost everyone is volunteering here and there and helping out. You have to really deal with that. But overall, as I said, there's a big focus. Actually, even we doubled down and making a bigger focus, a bigger effort to meet the milestones. And as you can see with today's announcement, that was part of it.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, let's get over to the good news, because the announcement, that's a very big deal for you guys. DB HiTek, the #2 foundry in Korea. Tell us about DB HiTek, and also about how long has this deal been in the making? Because you've been talking to many companies for a little while now.
Yeah, this deal, these kinds of deals take very long to get in place. These big foundries, DB HiTek, it's we call them DBH for short, and these guys are a very big foundry, very well known, and especially in the analog and power domains. And we've been talking to them, you could say, for even it goes into years. It's been a long discussion, working with them, showing them that everything is good. They did their testing. We're very happy to have them on board. This is a very big step forward for us. They have hundreds of customers that are now available for us, big customers. They have companies like Intel and Qualcomm and Sony and Toshiba and Texas Instruments and others as their customers. So now that we're working with DBH, we can actually start talking to those customers about using ReRAM.
So before we go into the specifics of those of the products that they have, can you enlighten me, Coby? Because I saw the announcement this morning was not market or price sensitive. And obviously this is very price sensitive. Can you shed some light on why it was marked not price sensitive?
Yeah, that's one of the things that drives me crazy. This is such an important announcement for us. Opens up such huge revenue opportunities, and we marked it price sensitive. I have no idea why the ASX at the last moment decided to downgrade it to a regular announcement.
Can you talk a little bit about about DBH and the applications, and where we will at some point find Weebit's ReRAM in which sort of products?
Well, they're well known in the analog space. So analog products, power management, sensors, displays, etc. That's where they are very strong, and we'll be working with them and working with their customers to really push ReRAM into these applications.
Right, and so obviously you've got 130 nanometer process that was qualified at Skywater. You've got you could say you've got that ready to go basically with DBH, but
oh yeah.
They manufacture at 90 nanometers, but also they go all the way up to I think 350 nanometers. So it's a wide range that they that they work at. But can you talk a little bit about how this relationship might evolve? Would it start at, say, 130 nanometers, go up to 180, or go down to 90? How do you see that going?
So I don't know right now to say, Dongbu obviously or DBH have many different process nodes. The agreement opens the door to license the technology to additional process nodes at DBH. And we'll be talking to them, let's first get the 130 going. 130 is the sweet spot at DBH. So we'll be focusing on that. But once we have it qualified, I think it's quite obvious that we'll be talking about expanding it to additional process nodes.
Right. What's the timeline for qualification, you think?
Semiconductors, as you know, this is a domain that works in long terms. We will start working with them now on transferring the technology. Once we finish doing that, we will go and manufacture the initial lots, and that takes months as well. And then we need to do the qualification, which takes months as well. So to be realistic, we're talking about a process. You saw that with SkyWater, it took about 2 years. We hope to do it faster than that. But those are the order of magnitudes that we do. We will be working with their customers before qualification. I believe that maybe unlike with SkyWater, that we didn't manage to bring a customer before we actually qualified. We'll be working hard to try to get customers on board in parallel to the qualification process.
And then, of course, the ever-recurring question about revenues. How would it play out with these guys in terms of the license fee, NRE, royalties, all that sort of thing? What can investors look forward to in the near term, so to speak?
The business model is like I presented many times before. We're licensing the technology to DBH. And we're transferring the technology to them. Obviously, they'll be paying us for these things. We'll be working with their customers and licensing the technology to their customers. And we expect to get from their customers license fees and potential NREs. And the big thing is the royalty at the end. So we'll be focused on the royalty moving forward.
Right. So, and I assume you'd be announcing when you sign deals with DBH's customers. You'll probably announce that as well, right? In terms of the deal itself and what type of product, etc.
Well, at a certain point, you stop announcing every new customer. We will be letting the market know about the bigger deals. The first ones, we will be letting the market know over time when we'll start having more and more customers. Obviously, we won't be announcing every single one of them.
Right. I noticed that DBH also licensed Desto's technology in 2018. Whatever happened to that deal?
Well, I think, as you know, Desto was acquired by Dialog, which was acquired by Renesas, and Renesas had no interest in this technology, and they eventually Global Foundries acquired whatever was left of it. I believe that somewhere along the line, that agreement with Dongbu was terminated. To the best of my knowledge, right now, Dongbu is 100% focused on Weebit.
And then for the remainder of 2023, you mentioned you expect Maiden revenues as well in this year. Can you update us a little bit about that? What your expectations are there?
Well, I think, like I said in the past, we do expect some initial revenues. They will be very small. They won't be something significant, but it will still be an important milestone when you start getting first payments from customers, from foundries, and so on. So we are still expecting to get some initial small payments before the end of the year.
All right. Last question, Coby. When we last spoke, this is probably about a month ago, you mentioned the possibility of signing another new deal in addition to DBH before the year is out. How confident are you that that will still happen?
We're making good progress with several companies right now. It's always a tough negotiation, and it's always you need to answer more questions, and they have more requests and so on. But I believe that we will have additional announcements before the end of the year.
All right, that's good to hear. So yeah, exciting few final months of the year then for you, Coby.
There's so much going on. There really is so much going on, and I'm sure that this announcement with DBH will enable us to move forward faster with some of the other foundries. We are making good progress with some of the other foundries already, foundries, IDMs, and with customers. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Obviously, we can't report anything until we actually have a signed agreement. So right now it still is a lot of work in the background, but there's a lot going on, and I really hope we'll be able to start announcing more of these deals in the next several months.
All right, it would be a great Christmas presents, Coby, for all shareholders.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coby. Thanks for your time. Take care.
Okay, thank you.